Because this is one way how to get out of the rat race. I mean, how to get out of a 40 hours job per week.
We are live. Welcome to Exploring Happiness, where we talk about alternative living and today about investing.
Hi.
Hi. I'm here with the you met his wife, but you didn't meet him yet. This is Philip. He is the wife of the hippie mama DE that Niki had on the podcast a few times, and yeah,
happy to be here.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
It's nice in the van, the cozy van.
Nice and cozy.
Yeah, awesome. But we're gonna talk about investing today, and even investing as a way of living, of making a living, so without having any actual job or anything. So hang on. I'll just give Philip a chance to introduce himself just shortly. And what's your story?
Yeah, hi. My name is Philip, as Jens already mentioned, and I'm 33 years old. Today we are living in the van, and we are not independent on our income anymore. So
you have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids. I'm married. Before our van life starts, I was working in the automotive industry as a team leader, studying mechanical engineering at the university in Dresden, and life was normal before this.
Normal. Now it's a new normal.
Now it's a new normal. Yes.
When did you start investing?
Well, everything started with the age of 14, where my father bought stocks for me and my brother. It was 1,000 euro only, but at that time I was not caring at all about all this stuff. But when I turned 19, then my brother's stocks were doubled and mine were half of the price.
Oh no!
Yes.
So did your dad buy 2 different kinds? He didn't buy the same for you?
No. He didn't buy the same for us.
Oh.
I got Daimler stocks and he got Commerzbank. He thought both of them will rapidly shoot into the moon, but Commerzbank did well and Daimler didn't
Do so well.
Yeah, but this was a good experience, and for me, because there I knew that I haven't done anything in the last 5 years, and my brothers were doubled, and I have
earned nothing.
Nothing, only the half.
I
earned nothing.
You earned nothing. You didn't even get to spend any of the money.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
And from that time, then I digged into the stock market. Did a lot of trading with 1,000 euro in the university, like day trading, sitting in front of the computer all day during the first 2 years of my studies. Then
not studying?
No, not studying. No, it's studying and trading, like beside. But many friends of me, they said, what are you doing there? And after 2 years, I didn't earn anything. Like it was going up and down and up and down and up and down. But
why didn't you give up?
Because I knew that there are strategies in the market, or that there are strategies out which succeed over a long period, and that it is possible to earn your income or to grow your money with this. You only have to find the right strategy. So this was actually not the right strategy. I knew it then.
You knew then?
It took me 2 years and a lot of effort and time, but actually that's
didn't make any. Did you lose money?
I lost maybe 100 euros or something around this from my 1,000 euros. So not.
When did you then start making money?
Then I started to try it with more money or invest it like in a different way, in a trend strategy and dividend strategy in 2013. And from that time on, I keep doing this strategy and also changed all my experience to US option selling, US option buying, and now I'm trading future market.
Yeah,
mostly.
that was actually the next questions. As always, I've written down notes. But like, what type of investing do you do, and just how much money do you need to get started in that type of investment?
Yeah, and that type of investing I'm doing right now, you need kind of a bunch of money, because the future market is the most expensive market like in the world, because it's for commercial investors, like big companies, banks, insurances, and all this stuff. And you need at least like 20,000 euros minimum. Yeah, better is more.
More the better.
More the better, yes.
So
because then you can leverage your risk.
Yeah, so you can earn even more when something goes up and not just the percentage.
Yeah,
that's a whole different podcast, just the techniques behind it. And future markets, as you said, you explained to me, is like when you buy orange juice or wheat or metals or sand or
or currencies,
or
also like the stock market, like the big indices like S&P 500, Nasdaq. They are also like future contracts.
Yeah, so it's so you actually pay for some orange juice, and then when you pay the farmer in advance, or how does it work? Kind of.
It's no.
See, I'm so stupid.
Like future market is like how does it how is the name in English? It's a time contract, or a contract in the future, and you trade the future market like the stock market. You don't get the orange juice delivered to your house or to your van, so you can just trade it like all other stocks, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, one of the really important questions that everyone kind of needs to or wants to know is, at what point can you live off what you earn? I mean, how many years, how much money do you need to accumulate? How much money, if I start today and want to live off it from day one, how much money would I need to put in? Depending on lifestyle, of course.
Depending on lifestyle and depending on your revenue every year. Like how much does your portfolio grow? And depending also on your strategy, like there are daily strategies if you are a day trader, or monthly strategies, or yearly, or whatever. Like there are so many bunch of strategies in the market, and every person has to find his own strategy which suits to his personality. And for me, like I now have around of 200,000 euros invested, or I'm trading with this amount of money. And my goals are always very high. So my goal this year is to have 50% revenue.
Yeah.
That's super high. You don't need to start with this kind of goal, but the last years I made 25% every year, and the normal stock market grows to 8 to 10% depending on which market every year. So if you have like 200,000, 250,000 invested and it grows 10% every year, then you
25,000 euros.
20 to 25,000 euros. Yes,
maybe
you have to pay tax.
But if you live in a van, that's fine. Yeah, you could manage.
If you live in a van, that's fine. Yes. But I think the most important thing is not when to live from the money you invested. The most important thing is like how much money do you need and how much money can you invest, because the most difficult thing is to start, and therefore it is good to like constantly save maybe 20% of your income, like 30% is even better, and put it to the side, find the right strategy for you, and then start.
Yeah,
because the earlier you start, the faster you reach your goal.
So don't just panic and start buying stuff
No.
with the first. Wait till you have a little pile of cash and a good strategy.
Yeah, and I mean, like with every strategy, or the stock market is like a football game. If you go out on a football field, then you want to win. But of course, it can be possible that that you are losing. Like, and then you have to this doesn't need to push you down. Keep going. Keep going, train your mindset, learn, and then keep going.
Because what's the worst that can happen is that you just start over again.
Yeah.
It's not that terrible. You mentioned something to me about accumulative growth or exponential growth.
Yeah. So one very interesting thing I learned right at the beginning of investing is that our brain is not made for exponential curves, and the
exponential curve is one that goes like this and then goes faster and faster up, not just a linear curve.
Yes. Our brain is only made for linear curves because that's only what we are confronted in our from nature. And exponential curve is, for example, the revenue every year, and you made it every year. Then it makes, how do you call it in English? In German, it's Zinseszins effect.
I'm not sure what it's called, the effect.
But yeah, you can look it up. Zinseszins effect. And there's a rule, and a rule that says if you divide your revenue you have made every year by 75, then you get the year, the number how many years you need to double your portfolio. So, for example, if you make 7% every year, then it takes you 10 years
to double. Oh, you actually also took notes.
Yeah, I took some notes. It takes you 10 years to double, and if you make 10% every year, it makes you around 7 years to double, and if you make 24% a year, it only makes you 3 years to double.
So in 3 years you can double.
Yeah.
Your initial investment.
Yes, and that's what I did with my investments from 2013 on. Like, in average, it was like 24-25% every year since then.
So you doubled every 3 years.
I doubled every 3 years. Yes.
So when will you reach $1 million?
It's on my Excel sheet. Maybe even faster than this because
if you aim for 50%,
I increased my goals.
Yeah. Well, no, if it works, it works, and if you have success, then good. And if you only make 25% again, then
only yes.
Fuck it. Yeah. And that actually brings me into my own investing and what kind of investing I have been doing with my income from my business, and that is in cryptocurrencies, which Philip is still not totally prepared to go 100% into crypto like me, but he says stick to what you're good at, and I have a lot of success with these cryptocurrencies. And some people just ask, how do you start with cryptos, and what do you do with that? And just to specify, a cryptocurrency can be things like Bitcoin, it can be Ethereum or Cardano or Ripple. There's so many of them now, and some of them are very stable and very fixed, and some of them are very high risk, but they all seem to function on the basis of a blockchain, which allows a bunch of people, a bunch of different computers to keep track of everything that happens. So it's not done from a bank, from one space, it's done from 1,000 different spaces, as an example. And with crypto, you can just buy crypto and just have them, put them in a hardware wallet, buy some, get a USB stick, and you can have them on there, the codes for them, or you can keep them in your trading account. That's also fine. Have them online. And they all seem to be doing quite well right now, especially, except for Bitcoin today, when Elon Musk decided no longer to accept Bitcoin for payment for his Teslas.
Yeah, there's a big run on bitcoins.
It uses
or on blockchains.
On blockchains.
Cryptocurrencies.
It uses too much electricity, he says, so he's going to change to something else. I think Ripple. I don't think Dogecoin.
Who knows?
Philip has I've been reading up a little bit about it, but what's happening right now is there's something really interesting happening. There's so many places now online where you can actually borrow out your cryptocurrency for very high interest, or you can stake your cryptocurrencies for quite high interest. Whereas in a bank, if you're lucky, you get plus interest, but most likely you'll actually have to pay to have your money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
But with crypto, you can earn up to 25% on some, and that's called staking or lending. So what's happening with this is really interesting, because since all crypto seem to be growing at a quite fast pace, when you then stake your cryptos, you don't only get the benefit of the interest, at the same time you also get the benefit of the rise in price of crypto, and then the following increase, then the 6% you earn would be a lot more all of a sudden.
Sure.
And I urge everyone to look into it. Spend a few hours researching how to buy and sell your cryptocurrencies, and look at it again as an investment opportunity, and get a strategy for what you do with it. I have a strategy, it's called buying, never selling. So I never sold any of my crypto yet. I only bought it, and if it's a bull market, then you shouldn't sell anything. And then find a broker where you can also stake and lend it out. That's an opportunity for you to also put your money in something different than only, for example, futures or stocks, or diversifying, they call it.
Yes, diversifying is the most important thing, and that's also one reason why I started with the future market, because there you have a bunch of independent markets, like stock market, currencies, metals, energies like oil and gas, and grains, and soft commodities like coffee, and
it actually makes so much sense to invest in futures instead of doing in stocks.
And also Bitcoin has a future now.
Has a future, yeah.
I checked it yesterday night.
Yeah. But it really it makes a lot of sense to invest in futures in that sense, because it truly is the most diversifying thing you can do. You don't buy one stock on the S&P 500, you buy all of them.
Yeah.
And so if one goes up, they all kind of go up.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So, you warned me. You had a secret question for me.
Yeah, I think the secret question is already gone. It's already out. Yeah.
What is it?
It was a 72 rule.
72 rule.
Yeah, I already explained everything. I wanted to ask you how many years it takes you if you make 10% a year to double your account.
He wanted to trick me into using math, because he knows my quick math brain would be so good. Well, since I've made like 1,000% this year on crypto already, I would probably you should probably say how many weeks to double.
How many weeks? Yes.
And initially, I would say I doubled my initial investment in about a month's time. So I don't know how that's 4 weeks. So that must be how many percent a week? 17% a week, something like that.
What you doubled?
Doubled in a month. That's 4 weeks.
Must be 17.
17% a week, something like that would result in
something,
100% increase.
Yeah.
But this is not. Don't put all your money in crypto.
No.
Don't do it. don't do it. Diversify.
Diversify, yes.
Because it's not many people are just using it as a get-rich-quick scheme. What is Niki saying? Doing really good, boys. Interests. Interest is what's the word that you were looking for.
Interests. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You can earn your interests.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let me check my notes because it's getting a bit longer than I wanted to. Yeah, this one's for you, Philip. Why should you begin investing today?
Because this is one way how to get out of the rat race. I mean, how to get out of a 40 hours job per week, and to change your life. If you want to change something, then you need to do something different than the mass of the population is doing, and finding a right strategy for investing is one thing.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. You should start putting at least 25% of your income right now to the side. Start building a portfolio, start building a strategy, and start building your own dream life. Because as I said yesterday, if you're not building your dream life, then you're building someone else's dream. It could be your boss, it could be your government, it could be whoever you decide to work for and put your time and hours in for. It's their dream that you are building, not yours.
Yes, that's right. And I mean, there's a bunch of books on the market and websites and everything.
Yeah, you can do some shameless self-promotion if you want. You work for with coaching in the market.
Yes, I work for coaching in the market, but it's not my own business. I just work there because it's fun to do this, and I like to educate people. It's the website is called insiderweek.com, and we are already in the market with the .de version, with the German version, since 4 years now, and launching the English version in June. And we have a free webinar on the 18th of May.
Wow!
Where Max and me, so Max is the head trader and boss of the company. Max and me are giving a free webinar.
Yeah, you should tune in for that. Anyways, you have a lot of success and lots of proof of what do you call that? That it works.
Proof of performance.
Proof of performance,
yes.
Which is really cool.
Everything is online. So check insider-week.com. There you'll find more about how to trade on the future market with a good revenue every year.
Yeah. So get started. We'll say ciao for now. And that's the last podcast this week. But tune in next week. Where it's also going to be hopefully super exciting. And it's mostly going to be me and Niki and maybe some Dutch people.
Oh,
let's see.
Interesting.
If you see some Dutch people.
Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. That was okay. Yeah. Oh, terrible. That's all I go for.